Welcome back. This is MTG Buddha. We're back with another box opening. We got another old box of cards that I picked up. This is a box of 1990 Upper Deck. There's not a lot of really valuable cards from this set, but this is a classic set that I remember opening a lot when I was younger. I think this might have been the first time that they included autograph cards in a set. And it kind of changed the game after that. There was Reggie Jackson autograph cards that were inserted in these at random. I don't know how many exactly there were. I don't know if they've all been found. We'll see if we maybe find one. That'd be kind of cool. But there are some cards that are error cards in this set that have a little bit of value. Like there's a Ken Griffey Jr. with an error and some other cards that have errors. I'm not sure exactly which... how many of the error cards there are. We'll kind of try to keep an eye out. I know there's a couple that have errors where the trademark on the back is missing, and then there's a couple other types of errors that are in there. Like I know there's a Nolan Ryan that it's missing a banner. There's a version where it has a banner for his 300th win, and there's one that's missing the banner. There's a couple other types of things like that. So we'll kind of keep an eye out for those types of things. Just kind of see what we can find here. So like I say, I'd like to find at least one Griffey. Let's see. And if I'm not mistaken, these packs used to be flipped around quite a bit. But let's see. These actually aren't as bad as I thought they would be to open. Oh, there's a Nolan Ryan. Nice. So we've got our first Nolan Ryan. So there's our first card that we're interested in. We've got one of the holograms behind here. There we go. And this is a Red Sox hologram. All right. So let's see. See who else we can find in here. There's several players from this era who are Hall of Famers at this point. So we should be able to find several Hall of Famers. Let's see. There's a Benito Santiago. All right. So that's one pack down. Let's see. And this was starting where they started kind of getting out of the old wax packs. Upper Deck was kind of like one of the leaders in that, because up until that point, like if you watched my last video, we opened a 91 Topps box, and it was still a wax pack where it was sealed with wax and had gum in it and all that stuff. They didn't really start getting away from that until after Upper Deck came out. So it kind of pushed the other companies to start kind of doing better things, because Upper Deck became real popular real quick. Leaf was also a pretty popular set in the early 90s. I know the 90 Leaf set was pretty popular. I remember buying a bunch of those, hunting for the Frank Thomas rookie card. That was the card everybody wanted out of that set. I might try to find a box of 90 Leaf at some point. If I can find one for a decent price, I might pick one up and try to crack one of those on here. I kind of like cracking these old packs, these old boxes, because it's very nostalgic for me. Because like in the early 90s and late 80s was when I was at the height of actually collecting cards and all that type of stuff. So I mean, I remember opening these back in the day when they first came out. So it's very nostalgic for me to open these. Let's see. Still haven't found a lot of other good players at this point. Let's see. Walt Weiss, I remember he won Rookie of the Year, and he was a bench coach for the Braves. Well, I don't know. I'm sticking Juan Samuel over there. There's a Padres. Curious to see how many of those little things we get. I think they're one in every other pack, roughly. Let's see. There's a Brave. We'll keep him down here. Dwight Gooden. Bo Jackson. That's another one that we were looking for. The Bo Jackson card. Looking for Bo Jacksons. There's a couple different Bo Jacksons. That's the All-Star Game one. But then there's another Bo Jackson. That's like just his regular base. Let's see. And this was back before they were doing series of cards. So you didn't have like Series 1 and Series 2 back then. You just had a set of cards that came out. They didn't have all the different sets that come out like they do now. You would have Topps come out, and you'd have Score come out, and you'd have Fleer come out, and you'd have Upper Deck, and then they started adding like Flair and Fleer Ultra, and they started adding all the different sets and stuff in the 90s. But early on, it was just like basically Topps for a long time, and then Donruss and Score, and then Upper Deck, and you also had the O-Pee-Chee cards, which were the Canadian versions of a lot of the cards. So I know the 87 O-Pee-Chee card, Topps O-Pee-Chee cards. Some of those are pretty valuable if you can find them in Gem Mint 10. So I know, like I think the Barry Bonds O-Pee-Chee in a Gem Mint 10 sells for like a couple $1,000s. It's pretty ridiculous. But Brady Anderson, that's pre-steroids there, it looks like. Let's see. Reynolds, Myers. All right, let's see. And that's going to stick to it. It's a Yankees. And it stuck to that card pretty good there. It did a little damage. But luckily it's not a card that I'm interested in. Let's see. Dwight Evans. He was a pretty good player. Andre Dawson. We'll stick him down here. I like Dawson. I actually got to meet him last year. He came to the minor league team that plays here, had a signing with him show up, and he signed some pictures. The only thing was like you weren't allowed to bring anything in for him to sign. The only thing he could sign was stuff that was provided by the minor league team that he was signing for. So they provided a 8x10 photo and that was the only thing he was signing that night. There were some people that were not happy about it because they showed up with bats and balls and all this stuff that they wanted him to sign. There we go. We've got a Braves one. Nice. And they were not happy because he wasn't signing any of those things. He was contractually obligated not to sign those. There were some people who just didn't understand that. They were like, but we've got him and he's signing. So Juan Gonzalez, Billy Ripken. Of course, I believe it was 89, I think, is when the Billy Ripken was where the Billy Ripken error card is that everybody tries to find with the dirty words written on the bottom of the baseball bat. Yeah, we'll try to get through these fairly quick and see if we can find the cards that we're looking for. I'm not going to bother turning these at this point. We've got another Yankees one. Jack McDowell. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, these packs definitely were different than the other companies were making, the way that they packaged them back then. So let's see. We found one Bo Jackson so far. We haven't found any Griffeys. There's another Braves one. Nice. See, Gerald Clark, Gerald Young. At one time, he was thought to be one of the next hot young players, and he never really panned out. Kevin Moss, same thing with him. He was thought to be a pretty big prospect at one time. Got a lot of the guys from this era who were thought to be big prospects that just kind of fizzled out and didn't really do anything. I mean, that happens in every era, but I remember these exceptionally well because, like I say, at the time I was collecting, and everybody would try to get those rookie cards of those players, and then 2 or 3 years later, they wouldn't even be in the majors anymore. Which is kind of how it is now, too. You know, you got everybody trying to get those rookies of people, and then all of a sudden, yeah, they just kind of fizzle out. Another Braves one. I think that's the third Braves one we've opened. Let's see. Still not found. Oh, there we go. Fred McGriff. We'll take that. Let's see. What year? So he'd already been playing for a few years at that point. I think his rookie might have been 87 or something. There's a card that's backwards there. That's first backwards card I've seen there. Greg Swindell. All right, and Curtis Young. All right, let's see if we can find some other ones here. All right, so far we haven't found any Griffeys. We're through one stack, working on a second one. Another flipped over card. Sheets. Let's see. This one is. What is this one? St. Louis Cardinals. Mike Scott, he was a decent pitcher back in the day. There's a Barry Larkin, we'll take that. Nolan Ryan, 5,000 strikeouts. That's a good one. I like that. We'll take it. All right, Gary got Eddie. All right, let's scoot these over just a little here. Yeah, like I say, if we find there's a few cards that I know have errors. There's probably some that I don't realize, but I'll definitely look into it after I get these open and see what all I open. Kelly Mann. Okay, let's see who we got here. Brewers. We got the Brew Crew. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes on these. Yeah, but it's the Brew Crew. It's the Brewers. Let's see. George Brett. We'll set him over here. Let's see. So we had one stack that like all the cards were turned one direction, and then this stack they're starting to be flipped around. So that's kind of interesting. You'd think maybe the whole box would be that way, but it doesn't seem that it's going to be that way. So, but yeah, like I say, I remember opening these back in the day, and I remember one day at the shop, one of the guys bought a pack while I was there and opened it, and it had one of the Reggie Jackson autograph cards in it. And the guy that ran the shop gypped him out of it and like wound up told him he'd give him, I think he told him he'd give him like a box, another box for that card. And at the time the boxes weren't that much. Let's see, so there's Bo Jackson, Dave Winfield, and so he gave him a box of cards for the Reggie Jackson autograph, and then turned around and sold the autograph for hundreds of dollars. Because it was one of the first ones opened when the set first come out. And of course the kid didn't know that it was worth very much. And then when the mom found out about it, she came in there and threw a fit. It was pretty funny. She came in there and threw a fit on him. Let's see, this is St. Louis Cardinals. But yeah, there's a Randy Johnson. We'll set that over here. Let's see. But yeah, back in the day, you know, it was a little different than it is now. You didn't have as easy access to all the information as you do now, where you can like pull it up on your phone and see what it's going for and all that type of stuff. Back in the day, you went to the store and you bought a Beckett every month, and you relied on that Beckett. That was how you knew what cards were worth. And you didn't have eBay to go on there and look at and see, oh, well, this is what it's recently sold for, so this is what I should try to get out of it and stuff like that. You just had to rely on the Beckett every month and hope that things didn't change from month to month too much. So, and they always had the little up arrows next to players who were going up and the down arrows next to players whose prices were going down. Looks like that's the Brewers again. So we've opened two of the Brewers now, it looks like. But yeah, it was an interesting time, definitely, in the trading card game. A lot of people that are getting into this now that didn't do it back then, especially the younger people, they just don't get how it was like for us back in the day. It was rough. But nowadays, not quite as bad. Like I say, you can just go on your phone, check it out. Oh, we got two, I think. Yeah, we got two of them. So we got an Expos, and we got St. Louis Cardinals. Let's see. Still haven't found a Griffey. I wonder if I actually found one or not. I know in the 91 box we were looking for that Chipper Jones card, and we found it toward the end of the box. It wound up being one of the last like 8 or 9 packs that we opened. We finally found a Chipper Jones. Unfortunately, it was a little bit off center, so probably not going to be a 10 if I send it in to get graded. And I will send it in to get graded just because it's a Chipper Jones rookie, and I don't have a graded Chipper Jones rookie in my collection yet. So I'll probably send it in just to see what it gets. I'm not going to sell it anyway, even if it was graded at a 10. Now, if I had 2 of them graded at 10, I might would sell one of them, but I'm not going to sell the only Chipper Jones that I have that's graded. Let's see, John Kruk. Kruk was a good player back in the day. I still remember him at the All-Star game getting in against Randy Johnson and turning around to the right side and flipping his batting helmet around because he just didn't want to face him. And back in the day, All-Star games were fun. They didn't take them quite as seriously. Players just had some fun. There's Greg Maddux. Nice. I'll take that. Let's see. So we're still looking for... we got the Rangers. Still looking for that Griffey. Still haven't found a Griffey. Haven't found the Nolan Ryan that I'm looking for. Still haven't found the base Bo Jackson. We found the All-Star Bo Jackson. Still got several cards we're looking for here. We'll try to get through these fairly quick if we can. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time. There's a Barry Bonds. We'll pull that off. Yeah, like I say, there's not a lot of stuff in this set that's worth very much, even if you get it graded and it comes back at a 10. There's a lot of cards in this set that if they come back at a 10, they're only worth like 30, 40 bucks. So not really enough to send them in and get graded and hope they come back at a 10. Because a lot of times you send stuff in and you're like, oh, that's going to be a 10, and it comes back and it's not. It's not a 10. It's a 9. And you're like, well, I didn't see these things on it. What the heck? So, a lot of the stuff in this is probably not going to be worth getting graded. But like I say, if I do find a couple of the cards that could potentially have value, I might send them off to get graded. There's a couple cards I would send off just to get graded just for my own personal collection in this set. Wouldn't mind to have the base Bo because I like that card. It looks pretty cool. There's the Cincinnati Reds. Let's see. Yeah, the base Bo is kind of an action one where he's like getting ready to dive to catch the ball, it looks like. So that's just one card. Felt like a 2 there for a second. Let's see. All right. Let's go through the next ones. Ugh, it's allergy time of year right now. Let's see. Here in the next couple weeks, I should be getting my Topps 2024 in. Let's see, I believe this is considered his rookie. Or maybe it's not. 88 was his rookie, that's right. Okay. Let's see, here's Greg Olson. He had a few good years as a pitcher. Let's see. There's a Darrell Evans. He was a decent ball player for several years. This was right as the Braves were starting to turn their team around. 91 was the first year that they actually turned the team around. 90, they were still pretty bad. They were just starting to turn things around. 90 is when the Cincinnati Reds won the World Series, though. They had a great team that year. Went to the World Series and won it. See Jesse Orosco. We got another one of these. This is the Big Red Machine. Talking about the Reds, we get the Reds. Look at that. Maybe if we talk about the King Griffey card enough, we'll pull the King Griffey card. So, I don't know if that'll work or not, but we could try it. We could try to talk about King Griffey a little bit. But, yeah, the King Griffey error card, on the back of it, there's a spot where it's supposed to have a trademark. So, like, right here underneath the MLB symbol, it's supposed to have all this trademark information. And the Griffey one is missing. There's a Griffey one where it's missing it, and then there's some where it actually has it. So, the ones where it has it, of course, aren't worth as much as the ones where it's missing it, because that's the error card. There's a Cubs. Let's see, Steve Finley, Sandy Alomar Jr., Mark Grace, Jeff Treadway. We'll stick him down here. Let's see, Tino Martinez. I remember him. He was a pretty good player. Yeah, like I say, this is definitely bringing back memories, opening these old packs. Let me know if you, in the comments, if you opened these old packs back in the day, what your favorite cards were from this set. Like I say, I think my favorite was probably the Bo Jackson. Back in the day, Bo was he was so cool. If you haven't ever watched Bo Jackson, I like Rob Dibble too. If you haven't ever watched any Bo Jackson highlights and stuff, go pull some up on YouTube. The man was just a different breed. I mean, he was ridiculous. It's McGuire. I still remember watching him run up the wall in center field after he made a catch. That That was just the craziest thing that I'd seen. And then I remember watching him make flat-footed throws from the outfield and just throwing people out at like third base and stuff. It was ridiculous, the arm that he had on him. Let's see who this is. We got the Rangers again. Let's see. Franco. Let's see. There's a rookie checklist. Cool. Alright. Let's scoot these over a little more. Still not found a Griffey card. It'd be nice to find a Griffey. Don't know if we will or not. We've got a little bit left in this stack, and then we got one more stack of cards to go through. Just trying to see if we can find Griffey. It's the main card I'm looking for. Secondary card is Dale Murphy, always. Any set that has Dale Murphy in it, I'm looking for that. But looking for the Griffey, primarily in this set. Let's see. We got. Do we have a Griffey? There's Earl Hershiser. Alright, still no Griffey. This one feels a little thicker than the other ones for some reason. Alright, let's see. Get that open. Alright, so we got Swift. Mookie. I remember Mookie. I used to love that name. I always thought it was so funny. His name was Mookie. So we got Indians. This is back when they were actually called the Indians, not called the Guardians. I still refuse to call them the Guardians. They're the Indians. They're always going to be the Indians. I don't care. Let's see. Marquise Grissom. We'll stick him down here. He was brave, so. Let's see. Hal Morris. He was another one that people thought was going to be really good. People thought he was going to be the next big Yankee there for a little while. I can remember selling some of the rookies back then. I used to set up at shows and sell cards and stuff, and I can remember some of the rookies that wound up not panning out. I remember setting up and selling them. Let's see, this is the Orioles. I can remember setting up and selling them at shows and selling copies of those cards for $20, $30 sometimes, and then next thing you know, they turn around and they wouldn't be worth anything. We're going to set the Strawberry over here. I've always liked Strawberry. So one more stack of cards and we'll be done. We'll see what we can find here in this last stack. See if we can find a Griffey. Still on the hunt for Griffey. Let's see. There were quite a few cards in this set. I think there were around 700 cards or something in this set. So, might be a little hard to find Griffey, but we'll see if we can find him in this box. It'd be nice to pull a Griffey out of here. It'd be nice to pull a base Bo Jackson and a base Nolan Ryan. I don't think I've seen either one of those yet. Let's see. I think we pulled the Nolan Ryan strikeouts one, but we haven't pulled the base Nolan Ryan yet. So there's another Brave. Let's see. We got the Reds again. Drop that down there. Alright, there's a John Smoltz. Alright. Trying to crack through these as quick as we can. Oh. Alright, so that was the Angels. Bobby Witt. Ken Caminiti. Let's see. Is that Steve Sachs, I believe? Yeah, I believe that's Steve Sachs is who that's supposed to be. I don't know why that wasn't Don Mattingly. Seems like it would have been Don Mattingly back then. It's a little crazy, but John Smiley. Larry Walker, this is, I believe, considered his rookie card. Let's see. Still not a Griffey rookie. We got an Indians card. Fred McGriff. Tommy Gregg. We'll take that. There's a Ruben Sierra. Sammy Sosa. That's Sammy Sosa's rookie card. That one, even in a PSA 10, is only like 25 or 30 bucks. So it's, like I say, you got a few of these cards that are pretty good name players that are recognizable, but like the cards just weren't worth much from this set. It was so overprinted, and there's just not a lot of cards from this set that a lot of people were really looking for, other than the error cards mostly. So we got an Astros. There's a Griffey Senior. Wrong Griffey. The other Griffey. Let's see. I believe that is supposed to be Bonilla. I believe that's supposed to be Bobby Bo, who is still getting paid by the Mets. Like $1 million a year. For a few more years anyway, at least. I think the deferments, I think he was one of the first ones that did the big deferment deal. And now it's kind of become the standard. I know Shohei is deferring, and there's tons of players on the Dodgers. The Dodgers have become the kings of deferrals. And yeah, it's going to be good for them right now because they'll have more money right now to sign players. But in a few years, when they start paying all that off, it's going to go against their luxury tax. And it's going to start to hurt their later performances and trying to go into the free agent market. So it's kind of like trying to win now and planning to lose later. So I don't know. Let's see. I think the Orioles have done it right. They've drafted and kind of developed their own players. The Orioles are going to be pretty good for quite a while right now. The Braves, of course, I'm a big Braves fan. The Braves have done a good job. There we go. We got the base Bo Jackson. That's one of the cards I was looking for. Yeah, I like that card where he comes in and it's like he stole a hit from somebody. That's a good card. Let's see. I believe that's supposed to be Ozzie Guillen on that White Sox card. All right, we got 2 packs left. Let's see if we can find that Griffey in these last 2 packs. 2 packs to find a Griffey. Can we do it? I'm going to say probably no, but I'd really like to. Let's see. Todd Zeile. Rob Dibble. Right, we got a Giants. Let's see. Craig Biggio, the Hall of Famer. It's a good player back in the day. Liked him. Let's see. Oh, Deion Sanders. That's another one of the cards I was looking for. Deion Sanders rookie. I forgot about that one when I was mentioning cards from the set that I was looking for. The Deion rookie is one I was looking for. So that'll be one to go in the PC. All right, last pack. Let's see if we can find a Ken Griffey Jr. We found Senior. We just need to find a Junior. But it's not looking good right now. Not a lot of cards left here, and it looks like we are not going to find the Griffey. Oh well. All right, we didn't find the Griffey, but we did find the Deion Sanders, and we found the Bo Jackson. So probably the 2 best baseball-football combo players of all time. We found both of those. We did find the other Bo Jackson. We found a Sosa rookie. Larry Walker. Let's see. Where's the other Bo? There's the Nolan Ryan. We did find the base Nolan Ryan. We didn't find the one that's the potential error card. But yeah, so not that bad of a box. But still no Griffey. That's kind of disappointing. These are probably the 3 best cards that we opened out of the box. But hopefully you like this video. Come back. We'll be opening more old packs, old boxes. Like and subscribe and check the notification bell. You'll get notified when I post new videos. And like I say, we'll be doing a 2024 Topps here in a couple weeks when it comes out. I've got a hobby box and a jumbo box of that coming. So I'll probably do them in separate videos just to kind of give you a review of those. And then I plan on potentially buying an entire case of 2024 blasters to go hunting for the Easter parallels because I really like the parallel hunt. So we're going to try that when it comes out. If nothing else, we'll at least do probably 10 boxes, but I'm considering buying an entire case, which is 40 blasters. So it should make for quite a few videos. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Come back, subscribe, and watch more videos. Thanks.